Yeah.
I need to win and make you lose versus let's all try to win whatever we can. So constructiveness. I think it's just those three pillars.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I mean, we could talk for the whole hour just on those three talking points. There's so much there to reflect on. Yeah, I mean, just starting with self-reflection, we have a saying in family therapy that family therapy can only proceed as quickly as the least healthy family member. And that's true in terms of parent-adult-child reconciliation. Sometimes it's the parent who can't kind of do enough work to heal the relationship, and sometimes it's the adult child. And I think part of the problem that we're having in our larger culture is that there's a kind of a lionization of the adult child's perspective because they're protecting themselves from abusers and traumatizers.
Right.
And there's kind of a diminishment of of the parent's perspective. And so often on, some of the forums for the adult children, social media, you see things like, well, people wouldn't cut them, people don't just cut off parents unless they have really good reasons. And it's kind of like, well, on the one hand, yeah, it's just that the really good reason isn't necessarily because the parent deserves it. They might have cut the parent off because their spouse said, choose them or you can't have both because they're married to somebody who's troubled. They might have
Right.
cut them off because they've got brainwashed after the divorce to hate the other parent by an alienating parent. They might have cut them off
Yes.
because their therapist said, oh, your parents were traumatized you. They may have cut them off because they're mentally ill. So the idea that it's the parent that's always at fault, I think is very problematic because sometimes it's the adult child who lacks self-reflection, but sometimes it's the parents. But I think, part of my goal, my mission is to sort of, balance out this conversation because I think right now it's really dominated by this sort of idea that estrangement is always this kind of virtuous act in the protection of one's mental health. And it's just not necessarily.